Today we're going to be on the world famous White River in North Arkansas and fishing out of the legendary Gastons Resort. Now, no other place in the country can you be guaranteed to catch fish on any given day. And they possibly can even teach an old dog a new trick. There's a lot happening and plenty of fish to catch. So let's get this show on the road.
There you go. Nope, now don't let go of your line.
Hey, I did like I let go, didn't I?
Yeah, try that again. Just try your cast. Don't let go at all with your line.
I lost him.
Give me my fish.
He fell off.
That thing pulled twice as hard as a silver.
Look at this catfish. Oh, yeah, you catch one.
Nice fish. Thank you, fish.
That's what I'm talking about. Get you some of that.
The G3 Sportsman is presented by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. You know, of all the places that we get to visit here on the G3 Sportsman, I can't think of many that are more famous than where we're visiting today, and that's Gaston's Resort on the White River near Mountain Home, Arkansas. People from, I'm talking about all over the world, come to this stretch of the White River to fish what it's famous for. That's rainbow and brown trout.
We're right below Bull Shoals Dam, about 1.5 miles below Bull Shoals Powerhouse on the White River. The resort has 78 cottages and large restaurant, private club, swimming pool, tennis court, and of course our main pastime is fishing here at Gaston. We have a real good average size fish on our rainbows, probably one of the best in the country. Browns are our trophy fish. We catch quite a few cutthroat. They're in excellent shape. We have a lot of water here on the White River. Bull Shoals Dam has 8 generators on it, so we do get some excessive water, which helps with our trout growing season.
Well, the guide I'm going to be fishing with today is Frank Saksa, S-A-K-S-A. Kind of hard to say, but super nice guy right here. Been fishing on the White River down here for nearly 20 years, and excellent fisherman to go with right here.
What we're doing here is pinching the barbs down. This is a catch and release area, and you got to have your barbs pinched down to protect the fish up here.
What kind of presentation we looking at?
Well, we're going to do is it's going to be a downriver. It's called a snap jig presentation. And what you want to do is just let the boat drift. We got to start moving backwards.
Okay.
Just stay. All you're going to do that use a trolling boat for is just to kind of keep the boat parallel. You
right.
Let the current drag us.
And we're throwing towards the bank?
We're going to be throwing 45 downriver.
Downriver?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just watch you
what
first.
It's going to look like this. We're going to throw a good cast 45 downriver. Let it hit. Kind of down about 1, 2, 3, 4. A little snap jig. Let it fall back down. Snap jig. Hit it as it falls. You have to keep it on a downriver angle. Or if you don't, or you might catch a fish on the first cast.
Like I just did?
Just like you just did. That's why you tighten your line up before you drop it.
That's the idea, though, to catch the fish first cast, wasn't it?
Here we are without a net.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, these are going to be really nice fish.
That's a nice trout right
See how
there.
that hook came right out of there?
Look at that. That's a pretty trout.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get the boat straight again.
All you got to do is keep her straight. Let it drift with the current. Cast it out, tighten it up, let it fall 1, 2, 3, snap, let it fall back down. They hit it when it falls back down.
There he is right there.
There you go. That's one of my favorite ways to fish this jig. It takes a little while to figure out the drop, but once you figure out the drop, you're not limited to any size fish. I've caught browns over 10 pounds and big rainbows.
Ain't nothing wrong with that one.
There you go. There you go. That's an average size fish up here.
That's a nice rainbow. Look at that. Look at the colors on it. Just as pretty. Man, pretty rainbow. Ready?
Yeah, since this is a catch and release up here, most of these fish have been up in the river for a while, so most of them have pretty, really gorgeous colors.
It's all right there. Boy, I mean, tell you for a, man, them fish fight. It's incredible how hard they fight too. This portion of the G3 Sportsman is brought to you by G3 Boats, a Yamaha boat company, O'Reilly Auto Parts, the professional parts people, and Fiocchi Ammunition. What's your game? You know, for I don't know how long, I've always wanted to learn how to fly fish, and for whatever reason, just never got into it. But I've always watched these guys on TV and how they're doing and everything, and I always just thought that was just neat, and I've always wanted to do it. Well, come find out, Frank here teaches a fly fishing school. So I thought, all right, maybe this is my opportunity right here where I can finally get somebody that'll show me the basics and learn how to fly fish.
Well, people often ask me if I get bored with my job, and because every day is a new challenge, I really don't. But today, especially, we had a really good challenge today with Scott, who has never casted a fly rod before, never fly fished in his life before. And we made an assumption that within the first 10 minutes, I could get him to learn how to cast and actually catch a trout, rainbow trout, on his own with the fly.
That's the whole, the trick is that getting that technique.
It's
Back and forth, isn't it?
Yep.
That's
Well,
the
remember,
thing.
you're casting your line, not the fly, and you got to have a little bit of line. The weight of the line casts it. So until
And you
get
got to get all that.
Now we jerked a little too hard.
Okay.
Strip it in fast. Just strip it in fast. No, strip. Don't reel. Just strip. You can strip faster than you can reel. It's going to get on your. It's going to get on your ankle real quick. Here. There you go. Again. Good. Lock your finger in. Mend. There you go.
The deer blowing over.
Yeah, we got lots of deer. Big mend.
I'm getting one right here. I'm calling it.
All right.
I'm calling it. I'm getting serious. I'm waiting on it. You know, there's a little more to it than what I was thinking, because you got all these little terminologies. You know, you got 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, open the door, close the door, do your wrist, don't break your wrist, bend your elbow, mending, chuggers, and all that. It's just, there's a lot to soak up, but when you're doing it, you don't even think nothing about that. You don't think about all the stuff that you got to do. And I mean, if this guy right here can actually make a cast, let alone catch a fish, then trust me, any of you guys out there that want to learn to fly fish, it's never too late. Because if this idiot right here can catch one, anybody can.
Oh!
Look here now. Hey, that's a little better fish.
Yeah, it's a little nicer one.
That's what I'm talking about right
Did
there.
you call that fish?
I did. I called that fish.
He called a fish.
I got to learn my technique on my hand
You've
a
been
little
fishing
bit.
for 7-8 minutes, and he's calling his fish on the fly. Now, that's good. First time he's ever fished.
I'm not real sure that fly fishermen are supposed to call their shot.
Well, yeah.
Do they?
You had a good drift going. You had a good long cast. And everything was stretched out. You did good mends.
That's what's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, there's no mechanical drag. Your drag is your hand. This is hand-to-hand combat.
And why don't you reel?
Well, you can, but only most of the time you want to do that a little later on after you get a little more experience.
Right.
But right now you don't have to. The bigger fish will give you no choice. They'll run off with your line. You have to put them on the reel. Smaller fish you can. It's optional. You can put them on the reel.
Look at that. I mean, that is so much fun. It really is. Man, what a neat thing right here.
And we're fishing public waters. This is not a private spot. There you go. That's an average sized little trout. But
That's a good little trout.
anything on a fly rod is good. That's what I think. Anything on a fly rod.
Tell you boys, get you a fly rod. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I kind of wanted to show my fish, but that's all right. Hey, get you a little fly rod right here. You can get something like what I'm using, a little Fluger try-on, Fluger reel right here. Don't cost you very much. Good thing to learn with. Get you to just get into your local fly shop or whatever. They'll tell you what kind of line and all that stuff to get rigged up with, and try this.
I think we've done a really good job today. His casting wasn't perfect. There was a few slaps on the water, but within the first 10 minutes, we actually hooked, casted and hooked his first rainbow trout all by himself. And you know, that's you got something to say about that. That's pretty good. Even though we had his buddy Eric and we were kind of giving him a hard time, boy, his casting. The White River by far is the best beginner river to come down and learn how to fly fish. I teach a school, and there's a lot of other schools around here. I'm not the only fly guide on the river, but thanks to our river and thanks to the situation here, we could take somebody out for the very first time and actually have some success, even though they have no experience at all.
You got people from all over the world come down here, don't you?
Exactly. I've had people from every probably country in the world come here at one time or another. I've been doing it now for 17 years at Gastons, down the river, way even before that. So, oh, there's one.
Good fish.
Yeah, this is a better one.
Yeah. I hadn't seen it yet. Oh yeah, that's a brown, isn't it?
No, it's a big old. Yeah, it looks like a little brown. Yeah.
That ain't
Yeah,
no
it's a
little.
little brown.
Ain't no little brown to me.
You won't. Let me step down here and get this net. And these are the browns that we have to release now instead of keeping.
Man, what a pretty fish. Look how pretty that fish is now. Man.
That's a pretty fish, huh?
Boy, that is, Frank.
Won't be too long. Won't be too long. They're going to be migrating up here to spawn and do the.
That's a female too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little female. She's probably got. I can feel her belly already starting to have eggs in her. We're going to let her go right now.
That's a pretty fish. Well, that gave you a fight too.
Yeah, I tell you what, you can tell just by their head shakes when you can tell good fish.
This segment of the G3 Sportsman is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Shakespeare since 1897. Berkeley, catch more fish. And Dennis Hank Chevrolet, where you'd send a friend. Fish on.
Little guy. Now that time I felt the tick like a crappie bite.
Yeah.
You just feel a little tick, and you never wait for the weight. You feel that tick, you jerk. This time you wait for the weight, he's already got spit out. I guess there's several different types. Every once in a while you get lucky and they just grab it and they just set the hook themselves. But
Yeah,
sometimes your line will just slack up. Sometimes you get a little tick. Depends on what part of that presentation they hit on. That. Look at, we got one on that side of the boat too.
Yeah. Coming in pairs, ain't they? Boy, I mean, and they don't quit either. They sure don't. That little thing. Pretty, I reckon now. Man. Oh, I thought you had another, but
Nah, once you go ahead and get him in, we're ready to roll back up.
all right, little guy. Thank you for the fun. Boy, he popped that. Man, I mean, He absolutely nailed it.
Nice little fish. You'll catch some pretty good fish. So you got a good chance of catching a brown on that thing too, just as well as me. In this week of water. That's a pretty fish. That's just like we catch up in the catch and release area.
Huh?
That's as good as a catch and release area fish.
What a pretty fish. Man, at the colors on these fish.
That's a good fish right there.
Look at the colors on it. Just as pretty. Man, man, oh man. Thank you, buddy. Look at that. It don't get no better than that right there. There you go, Hoss. You gotta like that. Man, you got me hooked on this, Frank. This is...
That jig, if you like finesse fishing, that is finesse fishing at its finest right there.
It
Using
is.
those little
I mean,
jigs
this,
with the fluorocarbon line,
you
4
see
pound
this
test.
ain't, it's just that little old marabou jig, got a little moss on it, but that's it right there. Right there. Now Frank has started throwing a stick bait, and what do you say we're fishing over this little shoal?
Actually, we're fishing, yeah, we're on top of the shoal, actually thrown into the channel. We're fishing on the edge of the channel is what we're doing.
We're actually going down river now, and you can see how far away from the dam we are now. So we're just gonna start drifting towards Gastons now, and kind of fish our way back, and just show you guys that, as my man Frank says, you can catch fish all up and down this river, and there is no doubt that we can.
You don't catch a lot of fish. There's a nice rainbow right there. I saw them come up and grab it.
Man, that is.
Needless to say that a rainbow, if you work these baits right, even rainbows will hit it. Even though it's a big bait, rainbows will hit it.
That's a nice one right there.
Yeah, that's a beautiful rainbow right there.
That is pretty. Man, look at that. Good job. Look at the jump.
You get that on film?
Oh, I guarantee you, man, how pretty is that? Look at that. Good job.
That's a couple pound fish there. They didn't tire out. Ooh, don't do that.
Boy,
Pretty fish, huh?
that is a pretty rainbow right there.
Whoa, man. There's nothing wrong with that one.
That's a good one there. Good job. That's on that stick bait right
On
there.
that stick bait, we have so many different stick baits, different sizes, different colors. Everybody seems to have their own favorite, but it's more on how you work it's more on how you work their bait that more than important than the bait. Everybody makes quality baits now.
Gaston's White River Resort was actually started by my great-grandfather, Al Gaston, and then when he passed away, my grandfather got it. As of my duties right now, I'm currently learning the business, and I've started out from the lower end of the totem pole and working my way up. Seems like a lot of families like to make Gastons a tradition. Once they come once, they want to make it an every year thing. We're getting a lot of younger generation, and a lot of grandfathers and grandmothers bring their siblings and small kids down here. So whenever they look back at some old pictures, they'll remember where they came, and they may want to do the trout fishing experience again.
It's a great place to bring your family and relax, do some trout fishing. We're all trout waters right here. And it's a great place to bring your corporate business, friends, groups of guys, and just relax and fish. Basically, we can do it all. We have guides, boats, motors, anything you want to get into. We have our own private airstrip here at the resort. We're open year-round. We have no closed fishing season, and we'd love to have you.
Come here, Bubba. Come here, Bubba. God all.
He's on a roll.
But I tell you, it don't bother me a bit. Come to a great river and stay at a great place. have a great guide,
Well, I tell you, we're just full
and
of rainbows
catching
right
fish.
through
It
here.
ain't no better. You just can't get no better than this. You know, I've been waiting to do this trip all year long. And in fact, that's the reason why I got a jet boat, was so I could try it out down there on the White River. And man, did it ever perform exactly the way I needed it to. So you guys love running them rivers or anything, look into these G3 jet boats. I'm telling you, I call them ATBs. They're all-terrain boats for a reason. They'll get you anywhere you want to go, I guarantee you. Thanks to all the people down there at Gastons. Couldn't have been treated any better right here. It's the reason why people from all over the world come there, because they are treated so well, and you're guaranteed to catch fish anytime you go out. You ain't gonna find too many places that's gonna say that. But that's all the time we got for this week's show. Hope you enjoyed it. Just remember, we'll be out there somewhere next week, right here on the G3 Sportsman. Thanks for watching.